All right, so we've gone over the unit circle and everything else. Now let's kind of dive into, let's start doing some more things with the definition: sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, and cotangent. Here I'm going to ask you to find the 6 trig functions, or I'm basically going to ask you to find the ratio, the answer of all 6 trig functions of point P, which is negative 20, 21. Well, the first thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to graph this point. So I'm going to draw an XY axis. Here's my X, here's my Y. Negative 20, 21 up here somewhere. And I'm actually going to draw in a line right here. I'm going to call this theta, and I'm drawing a reference triangle. This is negative 21, or negative 20. This is 21. Good thing I've had geometry, and I know I can use the Pythagorean theorem to find my hypotenuse, which is going to give me negative 20 squared. Notice how I put the parentheses on the outside to avoid the calculator error, plus 21 squared. And if I take the square root of this, this is going to equal my C, my hypotenuse. Now in trig, our hypotenuse is always positive because we're squaring both sides. We're always going to get a positive number. When we do these calculations, C is going to be 29. So this length is 29. So now I have a triangle here with my angle. My angle is always right by the origin in my reference triangle. And I'm going to ask you to find sine of that angle, cosine of that angle, tangent of that angle, cosecant of that angle, secant of that angle, and cotangent of that angle. Well, what's really nice is I have an angle, I have a triangle. Sine is my opposite, 21 over my hypotenuse, which is 29. Cosecant is the reciprocal, so that becomes 29 over 21. Cosine is my adjacent, which is the x value, or my adjacent, so negative 20 over my hypotenuse, which is 29. Secant is the reciprocal, so I have 29 over negative 20. This negative doesn't matter if it's in front, top, bottom. It's a free-floating negative. And tangent, well, that's my opposite over my adjacent. This gives me 21 over a negative 20. And cotangent is reciprocal, which is negative 20 over 21. So this is all about the setup. Once you have the setup, finding the 6 trig functions and knowing the definitions, this is a pretty straightforward problem. Hi, I'm Mr. Buzzard, and these videos are supplemental instruction for my students. If you found the video enjoyable, make sure you click the like button and click subscribe, as well as the bell for notifications to receive future videos on high school mathematics.